Okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live for. Welcome to the PNG Pacific Capital live streams. This is your host, Jarod, tuning in for another session. Today is July 18th, Tuesday, July 18th, 2023. So it's we do this shit every day. Well, not every day, but whenever. Anyways, welcome to the live streams. Before we do our top-down analysis of the pair that we're trading today, which is gold, we're going to go to Forex Factory to see if we have any high impact news coming out that would affect trading or price action in any way. So just looking at Forex Factory right now on the left hand side of the screen over here. There's really no news coming out for London session. What time is it? Yeah, there's really no news coming out for London session. We do have retail sales coming out during NY session tonight, but I won't be trading that. Just gonna focus on London session for today. So I think we're gonna have a clean price action session for London. Without any further, we're just gonna go straight ahead now to our top-down analysis, starting on the higher time frames, which is the weekly time frame. Okay, now looking at hindsight, we can clearly see how last week's candle kind of rejected this previous weekly resistance area over here. Current weekly candle is kind of bullish at this point. We are hovering around the resistance area on the weekly time frame. The only problem, the only issue we have with this resistance area for either buys or sells is if we are going to take buys, we have to consider the fact that last week's candle closed rejecting this previous resistance area over here, which was formed on the 12th of June. And if we are going to take any sells, the only problem that we have over here is that last week's candle was had a lot of momentum towards the upside, a lot of bullish momentum. So we could potentially continue with momentum if we do break above the previous weekly candle high. Looking at the daily time frame right now, yesterday's daily, the past 3 days daily candle never really had any significant volume in it. We can clearly note that we have created support right here on the daily time frame at 1960, 600, 1960, 1961 area right over here. Resistance, and we have also, I mean, if this daily candle closes bullish, then we're going to potentially have a support formed at 1955. Just looking at how yesterday's daily candle closed with a weak bearish candle, so not too sure about the bearish volume on this one. But yeah, it's a little bit tricky at this point. We'll have to drop down to the lower time frames to see what's happening on the lower time frames. Dropping down to the forward time frame, we are it's kind of tricky or messy on the forward time frame, considering the fact that we're coming back trading in this range that we broke out of yesterday. So yesterday we were trading between yesterday price broke out of 1956. We were trading most of the day below 1956, and looks like just today during Asian session we're kind of trading back into the range. So not too confident about the direction of price action at this point, considering the fact that we're back in this range over here. We have been ranging in this area since price came into this range last week Wednesday. We broke out of this range on the early hours of Saturday, 3 a.m. on Saturday, and then now just during 11 a.m. this morning my time, we're trading back in this range. So it's pretty tricky at this point. Really not confident at this point, but we can clearly see that our most recent support was formed last night at 11 p.m. actually. So we'll have to wait and see. How price plays out. We have this forward candle closing in the next 2 hours, so we just have to. I guess we just have to be very, very patient with this. So price came down, tapped into 1950, broke below 1950, and the next candle just shot straight back up. And now we're trading back above 1950, tapping into the 1960 area on the forward time frame. But it's a little bit tricky at this point. We just have to wait and see. We're going to go ahead now to our entry time frames, which is the 1 hour time frame and the 30-minute time frame. See what's happening. Let's see. Okay, looking at the 1 hour time frame on the middle compartment of our screen, you can clearly see how the previous 1 hour candle closed bearish, creating some sort of support at 1960. Clear rejection of 1960 at this point. Current 1 hour candle stepping into 1960, but not too sure how volume is going to come in to drive price through it. It's a little bit tricky at this point. Change the color to yellow so we can have a better visual of it. We are going to take any sales, I think potentially below 90.59. We are a nice area that we could potentially take sales in. The only problem is we don't have a support form on the 1 hour time frame. So maybe if we have like if this candle closes bearish, bullish, the next candle could just tank bearish like this. So showing we just need some confirmations to show clear rejections of 90.60 before we can get in on sales. If we do get in on sales, we have this clean range coming down on the 1 hour time frame. We also have a clean range on the 4 hour time frame. So price stepping into the 4 hour resistance area. We've also tapped into the 1 hour resistance area. It's a little bit tricky at this point on the 1 hour time frame, but we do have a minor bullish trend on the 1 hour time frame. Let's see right here. So we have like a messy structure over here, and now we seem to have a shift of structure forming lower highs, and we have a new high forming at this point. So we could potentially retrace a little bit, and if price respects this low over here at around 1954.50, we could potentially anticipate price to come back up to tap into 1960 and drive up to 1962. But I think we're dropping down to the 30-minute time frame right now, kind of ranging at the moment on the 30-minute time frame. If we just expand the 30-minute time frame chart just to have a better visual. Let's see. Yeah, clear signs of rejections. We have a resistance at 1961. We also have a support formed on the formation of this previous bullish 30-minute candle at 959.20. So kind of ranging at this point. Wouldn't want to be taking any trades in this range. I think for potential sales, we could potentially have price come down below 90.59. And then we could anticipate volume coming in from London session to really drive price down to 90.54. Yeah. It's just messy right now. See the range. Just measure this range. It's a pretty decent range over here. If we have a 1 hour candle closure, I mean, looking at the 1 hour time frame, potential buys. Yeah, it's just messy at this point. Very, very messy. Very messy at this point. Super messy. I think we just have to wait to see how this 30-minute candle closes. And then we're going to look to potentially take a trade. But hey, welcome to the chats, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm not too sure if my top down analysis is clear. If you guys have any feedbacks on how I do my top down analysis, please feel free to give your feedbacks on the chats and on Zoom. Whatever feedback I can get to potentially improve how I break down my chats will be greatly appreciated. Just have to take this call. Damn it. Yeah, just took a sneak peek on the 50-minute time frame. We have some clean ranges on the 50-minute time frame below 1958, but I guess we just have to wait for this 30-minute candle and the 1-hour candle to close in the next 15 minutes. Hopefully, we can get some um, good entries of this in the next 50 minutes. So I just have to wait and see. should check this out. We're hovering around this previous daily resistance area over here now. Tap into it. 1960 70 on the daily time frame. So see if we can break through that level with volume, or we're just going to reject it and start driving bearish again. All in all, everything looks good. And on the 1 hour time frame, if you do take a trade here, it's like a 20, like a close to a 30 pip range. This could potentially be a good trade. The only problem we have with taking a trade on the 1 hour time frame is rejections on the 30-minute time frame above the 1960 area. So I guess we just have to wait, be patient, wait for some good high probability setups to play out. But it's always good to execute with confidence if we if our analysis is logical with price action, then I wouldn't hesitate to execute a trade over here. I think potential buys will be above 1961. 1961 would be a take buys above. At what time should I trade gold if I consider 1 or 2 trades a day? With gold, I think the session opens or pre-session opens times with high volume. So, but I think 1 or 2 trades a day, you can either do 2 trades in one session or split it between the sessions, like 1 trade during London session, 1 trade during NY session, depending on the time of like wherever your location, and if it's convenient to you. If you live in a place where you're okay trading at night only, and during the night you have London session, then trade London session. How to avoid losing your streak even if you've done the right thing? Reduce your lot sizes. Use your lot size. Take a step back. There's always something to learn if you're on a losing streak, and even if you're on a losing streak, there's always an opportunity for you to see how you can manage risk better. Meaning, okay, that trade you took, and if you took that loss, how could you have further minimized that loss? Like, of course, if you do follow your trading plans, you wouldn't have avoided the loss, but there are certain ways where you could potentially reduce your losses. So either you could cut your trade earlier, find out the signs that were showing that the trade wasn't going in your direction, and figure out how you could have cut your trade earlier, or maybe close partials along the way, or manage risk along the way, or potentially reduce your lot size because you are taking a trade against the trend, like things like that. So I mean, even if you're on a losing streak, there's really not on a losing streak, but that means you just have a long learning streak, if I could put it frankly. Thanks, man. Yeah, man, there's a lot of scammers in this industry, like scammers on different levels, man. Even these professionals, like these professionals also, they're pretty much, you know, everybody on the internet is scammers, like, honestly. You just have to be careful, do your due diligence whenever if you want to get into something, do your research, go through reviews, don't jump straight into anything online. Yeah, having a confident attitude is good in business, but you also have to be very careful. especially if you're a family guy. You know, you don't want to put your hard-earned money that could be used to feed your family, house your family, into something that you know little about. So, careful, man. Yeah, I think there's always gonna be haters in life, bro. If you have haters, then you're doing something right. Trust me. Trust me on this. If you have haters, you're doing something right. So we have this 30-minute candle closing in the next 6 minutes. It's going to be interesting to see how this candle closes. See, maybe above 1960. Could potentially take a trade above 1960. Maybe. Maybe. 5 minutes until 5 minutes until this candle closes, so I just have to be very, very patient. Gold's pushing, yeah, gold's pushing. Man, it's pushing now, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, I just have to be patient, man. Just have to be very, very patient. Just gonna wait for this 1 hour candle to close. We'll potentially have a trade in the next hour. Potentially. We're kind of we're actually trading back above 1960, so if we take a trade, going to anticipate price to stay above 1960. Hopefully. What do I think of slippage? I don't think you could avoid slippage. Slippage is just part of the game. If you're gonna be trading in a high volume session, then you should really account for slippage. Sometimes, and also with trading news, slippage. You know, if you're going to be trading the news, slippage is bound to happen always. So just be careful when trading. Careful when trading the news. Holy shit! Look at this. It's actually flying now. One or two trades today really made me come on trade. Yeah, man. I honestly believe that's the way to go. Honestly, man, like I honestly believe one or two trades is the way to go. Really don't need to take more than that in a day. I keep saying this. You take more than two trades a day, and you just get worked up in your head, and you start doing some pretty stupid decisions in the markets. So Oh shit. Uh, Not taking any trades right now. Actually, I just got in on a trade. Pretty much hovering above this 4-hour support, so really anticipating price to stay out of it. Took a trade right here. Stop loss is gonna be below support, and target is gonna be at 1965. Hopefully we can continue with momentum. This trade is gonna be managed on the 30-minute time frame. I guess because we are taking this trade, I'm not expecting price to really come back in this range, so just going to adjust my stop loss a little bit. Also looking at the 4-hour time frame right now. Look at trade. Took a trade here. Our actual entry is at 1961.71. 61.71. So yeah, really, because the 4-hour candle is also hovering above this previous 4 hours resistance area, so really anticipating volume to keep price out of this range. As long as this 4-hour candle stays bullish, I'm comfortable. As long as price stays above this 30-minute resistance, I'm comfortable. And as long as price stays above 1960, I'm comfortable. Uh, yeah, I don't know about this. I will just have to wait and see. Daily candle is extremely bullish also, so hopefully we can just continue with this momentum now. Just needs to push, and we just have to be confident about this. If this 30-minute candle closes back in his range, we're going to see how we can manage risk. Yeah, we have some roadblocks on the left hand side, but I'm really counting on volume from NY land and open to really drive price bullish. If we get that drive up, that would be great. But if that doesn't happen, then it is what it is. We've been extremely bullish since last night. NYSE open, so hopefully we can continue this momentum going up. That would be great. Once this 30-minute candle starts closing back bearish below 9061, then we're gonna look to see how we can manage risk. But I'm really not anticipating price to come down below 9060. Very confident that we could really drive bullish at this point. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Yeah, I guess we're just going to watch this on the 1 hour time frame. It's more relaxing on the 1 hour time frame. We're really hopeful that price could potentially squeeze up through these areas. Really have volume coming in from London session to really drive price bullish. That would be great. But it's pretty interesting how yesterday's London session didn't have much volume in it. That's interesting. Oh, where do we take this trade yesterday? Oh, here. There we go. Amazing. Running at like 8 pips right now. I really want to see how this 4 hour candle closes, to be honest. Maybe when price steps into this resistance here, this is where we're going to look to secure profits, maybe. I'm gonna secure let's see. This thing is actually moving pretty nicely right now. Need to continue the we just need to continue with momentum. The plan is to squeeze as much as we can in the markets. We had a losing session yesterday, but we did manage risk yesterday, and now we have a chance to make that loss back and also be in profits a little bit in this one. So just have to be patient. Just have to be very, very patient on this one. Here's the new 15-minute count starting to open right now. But we're just going to focus on the 1 hour time frame. We're also approaching this resistance area over here, which price rejected from. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move my stop loss to break it. It's gonna make this trade risk free. You know, if it hits break even, it is what it is. I don't really care. So this trade is pretty much risk free at this point because we are tapping into some sort of rejection areas over here. So if price does reject off these areas, it is highly likely that price is going to reject off these areas. So if these zones hold, then I really wouldn't want to be in this trade. But if we really have volume starting to push in, then I'll be pretty happy to be in this trade if volume starts driving price through this zone over here. So just going to have to wait and see now. Did have a nice pop. We're here on the 1 hour time frame, so hopefully we can have a nice drive through this zone, potentially come up to 1963 maybe. then we could potentially look at securing profits then. Looking to the left on the daily time frame, I think 1960, yeah, 1965.50 would be a nice area to have our full TP. Yeah, 1965.50. The 50. Just the daily resistance. Yeah, I'm on gold right now, man. I'm trading gold. Trading gold for the thing that really uh made me have confidence in taking this trade was the fact that we're trading above this 4-hour support area over here. And because we are in a high volume session, really anticipating price to really stay above this 4-hour resistance area over here, and really anticipating price to really drive bullish. So pretty much reaching 10 pips right now. Let's see. 10 pips. Hopefully we can continue with momentum through zone over here. Very, very hopeful the price can really continue driving. Maybe 12 pips, then I'm gonna look to secure profits maybe. Yep, guys, just secure profits right there. And that's it. Secure profits right here. Secure profits here at 12 pips. Partials ready. Amazing session, guys. Amazing session. Very, very happy with this trade. Uh, what are the advantages of living in a developing country? Well, apart from the ideological standpoint of the West, and all the bullshit that the media and all these people are putting out over there, I think developing countries have a strong cultural foundation. And I honestly would like to have my kids to have a strong cultural foundation before moving to the West, if they decide to later on in life. Even for myself, I do have plans on moving overseas, but I think I have to stay a little while for my kids to have some sort of a strong cultural foundation. You know, have instill some traditional values in them. You know, respecting the elders, uh, being respectable for. I mean, respecting yourself. You know, treating others the way you want to be treated, and showing respect where respect is due. You know, having a solid foundation of having like religion be a core foundation of the decision making process. So in developing countries, I think people really take into account, like, uh, especially when it comes to going to church, the religion, and that also acts like some sort of like a guidance in their life. So, yeah. Holy shit! Look at this. We're starting to retrace now. Or not. Yeah, hopefully we can have a nice surge up to TP. That would be great. Really looking to see how we can tap into this daily resistance at 1965.50. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be taking cells off these zones over here. I think we're just going to smash through it. How to be disciplined? Well, I think you have to be find some ways to hold yourself accountable for your trading. Holy shit! What's going on here? What is going on here? Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, there we go. Starting to really drive through now. This is great. Yeah, if it hits TP, it hits TP. If it doesn't hit TP, then it is what it is. The important thing to take note of is we stuck to our rules and we executed. So now it's just a matter of us just waiting to see if our TP can be hit. It's amazing, bro. This is certainly amazing. Will retail sales have an impact on gold? Of course. Of course. Of course it will have an impact on gold. It's coming out tonight at NY session, so if you are going to be trading that, be very careful of the volatility. Just wait until things come down. I mean, if I was to trade retail sales tonight, then I'll just wait for volume to die down a little bit, and then see how I can capitalize on it. Yeah, this thing is just moving now. Definitely gonna tap 1965.50. Most definitely. So if we do tap 1965.50, that would be amazing. We also have a 30-minute candle closure outside of this range. And looking to the left, holy clean traffic coming up. Clean traffic, guys. Check this out. This out, guys. This thing is just flying now. Should you manage risk based on the 5-minute time frame? Yeah, I think you could manage risk based on the 5-minute time frame. I don't see why not. But sometimes just looking at the 5-minute time frame makes you a little bit. Okay, there we go. 25 pips, guys. I'm just gonna take my profits off over here. 23, 24 pips. Yeah, I just took my profits off the table here. Amazing session, guys. Pretty much made back our loss from yesterday. A little bit more profits on top of that, so pretty happy with this. I'm gonna call it a session now. Cheers, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow during another session. So just gonna do a little bit of a trading recap. Basically we had a nice strong candle closure outside of this range over here on the 30-minute time frame, also the 1 hour time frame. And as soon as the next 1 hour candle opened, decided to take a sell, because as soon as I took a sell, decided to take a buy, because as soon as I took a buy over here, I realized that the buy was outside of this 4-hour resistance. And at that point, even though we had some rejections towards the top on the lower time frames, I figured on the 4-hour time frame, as long as we're staying outside of this major resistance on the 4-hour time frame, I was really anticipating volume from London session to really drive price bullish at this point. So that's exactly what happened. Price started pushing bullish, secured profits at 12 pips. Price came up to 24 pips. Decided to close the whole trade out at 24 pips. So, and look at this. As soon as we secure profits up there, close everything out there, price is starting to retrace now. So it was a good thing that we did. London session could sometimes be a little bit haywire sometimes. So, you know, if you feel like we need to take profits off before price reaches our full target, you know, it is what it is. As long as we have money in our pockets, it's important. So, like, even if price were to retrace, we were going to manage risk either way. So it was a good thing that we took out our profits. And whatever happens after this happens. We're just going to come back tomorrow, do fresh analysis, fresh trades, fresh outcomes. That's it. So cheers, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.